So, the topic for today's session is DevOps fundamentals, boosting organizational performance. So, the core intent here is to focus more on the fundamentals, principles, different philosophies, different concepts, different set of ecosystem towards DevOps foundation side, so that you get some fundamental inputs, fundamental core concepts, different knowledge and resources, which could be helpful in your own professional journey and within your organization. So a bit about some of the housekeeping items which Mika has already shared. But apart from that, outside of this session, and we have a Q&A session at the end of this presentation, where you can definitely ask any of the questions. But in case if the time do not permit, please feel free to share your questions with me on my email below, as well as you can also reach out to our website for any additional information which you would like to furnish. So moving forward, as part of a brief introduction about myself, so I'm currently the Director of Strategic Partnerships at DASA, which is DevOps Agile Skill Association. I also have multiple certifications within DevOps and related domains, like DevOps Enterprise Coach, DevSecOps Practitioner, SRE Practitioner, and also a very frequent presenter, organizer, and speaker at various international events. But above all, like you and like all of us together, I'm a continuous learner and DevOps enthusiast by heart. So really looking forward to an interactive session so that we can learn from each other together as part of this collaborative exercise. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn, so I've provided the LinkedIn link here as well. You will also be able to get a copy of this presentation later on from Network Training Center team as well. So moving forward as part of the agenda for this session, so we have categorized this session quite simplistically, as well as making it quite comprehensive, so that to ensure that you are able to get tangible inputs, relevant knowledge, and a lot of resources which you are able to accumulate and have at your disposal, so that you can advance your own continuous learning journey. So we will start with some of the aspect about what is DevOps and examining why does it required, and then talking about some of the principles of DevOps, how it helps in organizational efficiency and value outcomes, and then we will also discuss some of the implementation challenges, as well as exploring some effective solutions. And then last but not the least, we'll provide you some additional resources like the DevOps Team Quick Scan, in which you will be able to assess your knowledge or assess your team's knowledge, or even assess your organizational competency level in various DevOps knowledge areas. So without further ado, let's deep dive into the session with a brief introduction about DASA. So DASA, like I shared, is the DevOps Agile Skills Association, which is the largest DevOps and Agile industry body worldwide, and the go-to enterprise partner for various organization training partners like NTC in Thailand, which helps various enterprises, various organizations, various teams to become a high-performance digital organization or high-performance teams. So with a body of knowledge, we have conceptualized through a lot of extensive value pillars, through thought leadership, through a network of global subject matter experts, to different use cases within the enterprises. We have created an ecosystem in which we are able to provide different set of networking, knowledge sharing sessions, industry awards, continuous learning paths, and various globally recognized industry certifications like DevOps fundamentals, which helps various professionals like you to advance in their career. So we have a global footprint with presence in more than 50 plus countries and with a network of more than 300 organizational partners, including our DASA accredited partner NTC in Thailand as such. And then these are some of the snapshots of various enterprises worldwide. So among Fortune 1000 companies, including top companies in various sectors, have used DASA methodologies, DASA framework, DASA certifications, DASA resources in various aspects in order to advance their digital transformation journey. So now looking at some of the agenda items which we have put in together earlier. So let's look at some of the innovation cycles, right? Which is now really interesting now since we are in the artificial intelligence era. And if we'll see, the overall aspects which are there in terms of the first wave, which was almost 60 years ago, in which there were significant invention like water, power, textiles, iron, and then it took almost 55 years to go into the next level of second wave, and then within the third and fourth wave it was almost similar, but in the time in the once we reached the fifth and sixth wave, from 60 to 25 years, the overall duration between these innovation cycles significantly reduced. So we realized that there were a significant development across all phases of lifestyle, the enterprises, the government bodies, the professional skills that were done in order to reduce this set of key innovation cycles. And that is why, just before COVID-19, there were a lot of organizations, I would say majority of the organizations, which were not investing enough in their digital transformation journey. And this is just a typical snapshot of a management meeting in which the board of directors are discussing before COVID-19 that they do not see digital transformation happening anytime soon, right? But sure enough, COVID-19 changed everything. Everything became as part of the new digital, as part of this new normal. Now every aspect of technology, the people, the culture is interconnected. And now it is so important that people, culture and technology, including the process, is significantly invested by the enterprises. So one of the key aspects about the global pandemic has been the tech communities outside of all the health workers, all the other workers which were working day and night, but it was also the tech community which were working day and night to ensure that every connectivity which is required across the world is seamlessly connected and providing those desired results, ensuring the system is more reliable in nature. So helping in this system reliability. And if we look at the software development life cycle or the evolution of software engineering. So in the beginning, as we all know, that it was the waterfall model, right? And then it evolved into the agile model, right? So frequent sprints, and we will be diving a bit deeper on the agile practices. And then it evolved almost, I would say, 15 years or 16 years back into what we know as now as DevOps, in which we are talking about CI/CD engineering through automation. So everything that can be automated, that can have as much as manual intervention, is the value outcome from DevOps principles or DevOps as a practice. So before we look at some DevOps and Agile and what is DevOps aspect of it, it is also essential to understand that now we are living in a very dynamic VUCA world. So VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complex and ambiguous. So these are the core pillars you can see in terms of the fast, rapidly changing environment which we'll see in the industry and in the technology. And of course, we are seeing and witnessing ourselves the huge AI boom and how it is transforming every aspect of life, not just technology. How we breathe, how we live, how we spend our life, how we earn our living. Every aspect of life is impacted by this AI evolution. And it's the same with DevOps as well. So you can imagine, like, there are so many applications in our smartphone, right? It is the DevOps which is ensuring that there are incremental updates to ensure that the value which you are getting through your application, which are in your smartphones, are providing those fast outcomes, those to enhance customer experience through these applications. So faster to market is also one of the DevOps values which are highly relevant. But at the same time, it is also impacting the system reliability, right? So since it is a lot of evolution, lot of emerging trends which we are witnessing, emerging technologies we are witnessing, emerging frameworks which we are witnessing. So it becomes really essential that the information technology does not remain as a department within the organization. Every organization becomes a software company, because now every organization has to be online, it has to be connected in somewhat way. So it requires the system to be more reliable. It requires the system to be aligned with how the industry is moving. And that is why a lot of organization between these waterfall model, the agile model, and even with the DevOps model, has been overcoming a lot of challenges in terms of low creativity, a lot of communication and collaboration problems. There are a lot of manual releases, so lots of human intervention, lots of delayed releases, very high cost with low quality, which is not delivering the right amount of enhanced customer experience or customer experience, and a huge amount of product backlogs because products are not releasing on time. And then there is a lot of confusion between different teams within the organization, not just IT, but different departments and different teams within these departments. So that is how, if we look at what is DevOps and how it addresses these set of challenges. So from my own experience, I kind of put together a definition of DevOps, because DevOps have multiple definitions from different set of lenses within the industry. But if I have to generalize, it is a collaborative approach that integrates development and operations team to improve the efficiency, speed, and quality of software or application delivery. So it is a philosophical or a cultural and technological movement to modernize software development or delivery. So the huge development which we are witnessing and some of the emerging practices in DevOps has been CI/CD or infrastructure as code or DevSecOps, or now we are talking about platform engineering. These advancement has been aimed with a goal to streamline workflows, reduce manual intervention by automating everything, and to foster a culture of continuous improvement and faster innovation. So you can imagine right now, even with the ChatGPT, there are new versions which are getting launched almost every month or different set of reduced time frame. Or we are talking about Copilot or Gemini. We will see these set of faster innovation, and DevOps remain at the heart of it because everything is running on software. So if you look at what DevOps is not, because there is also a lot of confusion which we have seen within the industry or professionals, that they think DevOps as a framework. So DevOps is not a framework, right? So that's why we were spending some time on the definition of DevOps. It's a philosophical, cultural, and technological movement with an aim to foster innovation, enhance customer experience, faster software delivery with highest quality, and also making it secure. It is not a standard, it is not just a role or function, it is not a team, it is not a tool, it is not a goal. So by understanding this, you will be able to relate better about what DevOps is, because it's a culture promoting collaboration, communication, and continuous improvement rather than just a framework, standard, role, function, or a separate team, tool, or goal. It is definitely an amalgamation of different variables, but it is not just any one of these as listed here. So now let's look at what is Agile and what is DevOps, right? So these are some of the aspects of Agile and DevOps which we kind of try to mention here. So as you can read that Agile and DevOps both are methodologies. DevOps is not just a methodology, but both are used in software development. While Agile has been an iterative approach in which it includes practices like Scrum, where products are built in fixed length iterations called sprints, and Kanban, which emphasizes on real-time communication and transparency of work. While DevOps, on the other hand, integrates development and operations team to build, test, and release software and applications faster and more reliably, and making it more secure as well by incorporating a lot of agile principles and practices, like such as increased automation and improved collaboration between development and operations team. So if we bifurcate a bit more, looking at some agile key principles and DevOps goals, so you can see within DevOps we are utilizing a lot of agile principles. So you can see that agile was also one of the reasons how DevOps was conceptualized or how it got evolved, because it is providing a lot of real-time remediation along being providing a benefit of faster time to market with much more improved quality and enhanced collaboration between developers and operations team working hand in hand. So considering all these aspects which we have shared earlier, we started DASA journey back in 2016 when DASA was founded, taking into account a comprehensive take on DevOps to ensure that it enables high performance digital organization. So high performance digital organization, I want you to please remember that, because that is going to be really essential with the AI evolution, with all the emerging tech revolution which we are witnessing now, as well as in the next decade or so as well. Because organization can be a digital organization or have a lot of digital transformation, but if they are not a high performing digital organization, then they will not be able to survive in this VUCA world, which like we explained earlier. So that is how we conceptualized a model within the DASA framework, in which we focused on 8 knowledge areas and 4 core skill areas. 8 knowledge areas were defined as business value optimization, business analysis, so lots of focus on the business side of organization, and then on the architecture and design, programming languages, continuous delivery, test specification, infrastructure engineering, enterprise architecture, security, risk and compliance. So these became the 8 core knowledge areas, and then there were 4 core skill areas. Among them were courage, team building, DevOps leadership, and continuous improvement. And if you remember the DevOps definition which we showcased earlier, One of the key aspects is to foster innovation, which is enhancing customer experience or customer value, or faster time to market, or higher quality products and higher quality software into the market. So that is how for high performance digital organization, there is a lot of continuous increased value and experience for their clients, because they have the ability to innovate a lot much more faster. They are much more agile. They are reducing their risk by being more cost efficient. They have a key focus on customer requirements, being customer centric. They have a reliable system, reliable processes. They are reducing time to market, and they also have enhanced employee engagement and higher developer productivity or higher employee productivity. So this makes high performance digital organization not just something to have, but becomes something must have for the organization. Now, to become a high performance digital organization, it requires a comprehensive and holistic view on the DevOps philosophy. So over the period of time, like I was explaining, DevOps has been into the industry now for almost 2 decades, and it has matured into different disciplines over the period of time. So what we will try to do is try to break it down in terms of DevOps evolution, some of the challenges it has witnessed over the period of time, while looking at into the 4 key lenses from people, process and technology from the overall organization cultural perspective. So the initial period of DevOps evolution, in which there were a lot of siloed environment between the development team and the operations team, and there was almost a wall of different tools and different processes and different mindset between the teams, due to which they are not able to collaborate efficiently together. So the development teams or the developers wanted a lot of change, while the operations team needed a lot more stability to make the system reliable. So what DevOps did was kind of breaking down these walls, right? So different set of confusion was there between different teams as well. And what DevOps did at the initial phase was to break down these walls or the siloed environment between different teams. So essentially, as the outcome was, there were more collaboration, there was better and effective communication, and there were a lot of integration between different teams. And on the right side, it is a snapshot from the yearly State of DevOps survey and research reports, which highlight a lot of increased efficiency, increased output from the organizational point of view, from the business point of view, which was delivered by adopting these set of DevOps practices. So this happened during the initial phases of DevOps. Now, back in 2015 to 2020, DevOps started maturing. So now we started looking at different set of competencies and principles. And these set of competencies and principles are also part of DASA framework, which we showcased earlier in those 8 knowledge areas and 4 key skills areas as well, to ensure that there is a matrix in place for continuous improvement within the organization. So by having these set of defined competencies with core principles and focus areas, organizations were able to measure their performance even by adopting DevOps organization. So these are the 3 ways of DevOps, which is beautifully explained in the novel called The Phoenix Project by Gene Kim, Kevin Barr, and George Spofford. It's a great novel. If you have not read, it's not like a technical book. It's a very easygoing novel-based book in which you are able to learn a lot about DevOps lot about project management, lot about IT, and how the different set of challenges that it overcomes. So the three way of DevOps, if we talk about, is continuous flow, continuous feedback, and continuous experimentation and learning. So within the maturity of DevOps, there were a lot of focus on the three ways of DevOps to ensure that there is a continuous flow for the entire system, right from the ideation of the product to the delivery of product. And then there is a continuous feedback loop between different segmentation or different steps of the software delivery or the product delivery. And then there is a lot of innovation through continuous experimentation and continuous learning. But still, if you will look at different researches which were done over the period from 2015 until now, a lot of DevOps transformation were failing. So just take a moment and looking some of the aspects about these barriers that were highlighted by different research reports as part of it. So I'm sure now you have seen, if you look at the top 3 or top 4, it has been the cultural and behavior challenges, because change management is not easy within the organization, specifically if you are trying to implement something new. We have seen the same with Agile, we have seen the same with cloud, we have seen the same with DevOps, now we are seeing the same with AI as well, that there is always a human tendency to resist change. And then also the lack of understanding of digital trends, right? So I showcased that cartoon earlier of that board meeting before COVID-19, that even the digital transformation of becoming digital was not considered relevant before COVID. And then of course the lack of talent for digital transformation. That's what we are here to learn and upskill and reskill them ourselves to be aligned with the industry trends. So now the current set of DevOps evolution which we are seeing is to ensure that the organization are becoming a high performance digital organization. So moving out of looking at IT as a separate department, rather looking at business as a complete IT overall, because now every organization is a IT organization, or every organization is a software company, or now every organization is a DevOps company. So this is not because I'm saying so, it is because it is happening. If you look at every organization, if they do not have an online platform or any software as a service or applications, then they are not able to survive in this VUCA world or this digital transformation world. So to become a high performance modern digital organization, the digital enterprises or the modern enterprises are able to have the increased customer value and experiences. So these set of outcomes and values we discussed earlier about why it is so important for the organization to become a high performance digital organization. Because if you have these set of parameters as part of your value realization, then sure enough you are not just relevant, but you are also going to be the market leader within your segment or have that set of competitive advantage within the industry. So why organization require DevOps, right? So based on the benefits like we explained earlier, it provides accelerated time to market while improving collaboration and communication between different teams. It enhances system reliability and system stability while optimizing resource utilization. So that means it becomes cost efficient, and it is also adapting to changing environment. For example, security wasn't part of DevOps initially, but now security is also considered everyone's responsibility. So DevSecOps is now a common methodology which has evolved within DevOps. DevOps provide a lot of continuous innovation and experimentation so that we are able to receive those set of incremental updates like we see in our smartphones for various applications. And this all results in enhanced customer experience or satisfaction. So DevOps is at the heart of digital transformation. It is something which is not just to have it as part of it. It is something to ensure you are having it as a must-have within the organization. And if we talk about the business value of DevOps, so overall, at the minimum, which through different research reports, it provides 15 to 25% of overall cost reduction within the organization. Business agility, because 90% reduction in provisions and deployment time of software delivery and applications is provided. And then 50 to 70%, which in fact is now increased to 80% reduction is in changing failure rate. So it is providing a lot of better collaboration and communication as part of the deliverables. And if you look at from the industry perspective or the ecosystem perspective, DevOps has been booming over the period of many years now. It is also forecasted to keep growing at least until the next decade or so, and especially in different regions like ASEAN or Thailand, since a lot of drivers around digital transformation, digital advancement is happening. So it is the right moment to build your DevOps skills to be aligned with this set of industry trends within DevOps, within platform engineering, within the emerging technology and domains as part of the overall overarching the industry from the professional point of view. And the adoption of DevOps has not just been limited to any specific sector. So just like we are talking about AI, because now every organization is a software company or a DevOps organization, it is applicable to every sector, either technology or telecommunication, manufacturing, insurance, BFSI, financial institutions, healthcare, retail, government, education. Any sector requires to be having those online software-based, platform-based connectivity, and that's how it becomes really important to have these DevOps skills which are required to different job roles. So I'm sure you can simply do a research in different job portals which are available in Thailand or in ASEAN region. You can see the maximum amount of job postings will either be in DevOps related roles or either it will be in a software development related roles. Why? Because DevOps is at the heart of this evolution, this innovation cycle we were talking about initially as part of the next evolution or next decade which we are going to witness. So here what I did was did some of the research aligning the DevOps demand, scoping it regionally. So just within Thailand, like I was explaining, a lot of economical developments and a lot of investment in digital infrastructure is happening. And it will require a lot of demand for skilled DevOps professionals to manage and optimize these set of systems. Because again, if this is not implemented through skilled DevOps professionals, a lot of transformation will fail, just like we were witnessing earlier through different research reports and different surveys. And there is also a lot of industry adoptions from different sectors, either through banking, telecommunication, retail, aviation, adopting a lot of DevOps practices to enhance their operational efficiency and accelerated time to market. And within the ASEAN region itself, it's considered now the fastest growing market for DevOps, considering the maturity levels has been low as compared to other regions, but now it is picking up really fast. And just by next year, we will witness at least a 20% growth among DevOps professionals getting the highest level of salary within their organization, because there are a very few efficient, skilled DevOps professionals in the market right now. And this is the right time for you to upskill, reskill yourself with DevOps proficiencies to align with the industry and the market demand. And these are some of the key drivers which are scoping this DevOps demand within ASEAN region. A lot of digital transformation, a lot of cloud integration through AWS, Microsoft, Google, and others. And then there is a lot of industry-specific needs as well for banking, for retail, for aviation, for telecommunication, for education. So it requires a lot of system reliability, security, compliance, regulatory standards to ensure that these sectors are aligning with the digital transformation with the right amount of knowledge and resources. And the future outlook of DevOps in ASEAN is very healthy and very lucrative, because a lot of automation and AI integration is only going to advance DevOps adoption at scale, with a lot of focus on security and compliance. So we'll see a lot of DevSecOps along with DevOps being implemented and being adopted. And this will require a lot of investment in skills development. So a lot of upskilling training programs will be required to equip professionals like you and me with the desired and necessary DevOps skills, supported by government and industry initiatives. So now we have scoped the demand which we are seeing, and let's focus on how the DASA portfolio, which has been conceptualized over the period of many years through different generations of digital leaders. So DASA focuses on different transformation themes, which are really the quintessential in the next level of evolution or next level of innovation cycle, to foster a culture of high performance, to ensuring that the enterprises have continuous flow and value maximization. They are building high performance teams, they are building high performance softwares, they are building high performance organization while simplifying the technology landscape, because you will see a lot of tools which are going to be launched, which are going to be adopted. But how do you simplify and navigate through this technology landscape is one of the key transformation theme within DASA. And it is focused on modernizing IT operations, IT infrastructure, how we work in terms of new ways of working or modern ways of working. So this is how, in terms of the overall certification or the education portfolio, has been conceptualized, keeping into the key transformation themes as part of the core principles. So the DASA DevOps fundamental is the foundation of everything which is a bit more advanced, a bit more role specific, because DASA DevOps fundamentals provide all the necessary tools, resources, knowledge, concepts, principles, which is required to build the fundamental knowledge of DevOps and what is required to become successful in the next level of their professional journey. And then it is segmented into three key pillars of high performance culture, high performance software teams, and modernizing IT operations and infrastructure. So if you are at a mid-level or higher level, being a DASA DevOps leader or DASA DevOps coach is really essential. And then the product management, because now everything is linked to product management. Product management is not just part of a product owner or a certified Scrum Master or a Scrum product owner. Product management is now applicable to every job role, because it is now linked with the customer value, value maximization, value delivery, enhanced value delivery. So to become a certified DASA product management expert is also really required to be successful in this fast changing environment. And then we also have an upcoming certification on platform engineering, site reliability engineering, portfolio management, experience management, which is only going to enhance the professional journey, the organization journey in becoming a high performance team or a high performance digital organization as part of the next evolution. So now we'll talk about a bit around DASA DevOps Fundamentals program. So like I explained that DASA DevOps Fundamentals is at the foundation of everything and a professional need in order to advance into different job roles. So DASA DevOps Fundamental is applicable for everyone. If you look at some of the different job roles between development and operations, business and leadership, support and enablement, almost everyone who is working within the organization, including HR, finance, governance, legal team, need to have a fundamental knowledge on DevOps. Because now every organization is a DevOps company, like we have already established, based on the requirement from the industry, based on the industry trends, based on what's coming up next as part of the AI evolution. So it is applicable to everyone who is really keen to align with the next level of evolution or innovation. So some of the key learning objective of DASA DevOps Fundamentals is it ensured that the learners understand DevOps transformation within the organization. They are able to understand the key concepts and principles of DevOps. They are able to understand the core culture of DevOps culture and its importance, and are also able to implement it within themselves, within their teams, within their organization. They are able to understand the importance of automation, because now everything needs to be automated as part of the product life cycle. They also need to understand that how DevOps is related to lean methodologies or agile methodologies. They are also able to understand different metrics and success factors for successful DevOps transformation. They also be able to get insights around various organizational DevOps models and related architecture, because for every organization there is a different DevOps model, different DevOps transformation journey, different DevOps learning journey based on their architecture, based on their own set of technical legacy. And then they are able to understand the importance of sharing responsibility, knowledge, and ways of working to enable successful collaboration. Ultimately, they also have access to a lot of available resources through DASA guidance for different DevOps implementation plan. So I've also included a link here which can provide you more information about DASA DevOps Fundamentals. Now, as part of the next segment, we will talk about a bit more additional resources along with DASA DevOps Fundamentals, which can be helpful for your own learning journey as well. So one of the key resource which I will recommend is the DASA DevOps Competency Framework. So we created a framework like we showcased briefly earlier, focused on 8 knowledge areas and 4 skill areas. So this competency framework is able to help the organization, help the team, help the professionals to assess their own set of skills and values, their knowledge areas, and it helps them with respect to career advancement, with respect to skill development, with respect to their career pathing. So highly recommended that you are able to take this through the DevOps Quick Scan, which is available through our website as well as available through Network Training Center. So you just have to go and do an assessment, which includes a short, around 20 questions questionnaire, through which you are able to assess your digital readiness or the DevOps readiness in different areas, focused on organizational readiness, purpose and goal, technology landscape, common vocabulary, team culture, individual mindset, functional skills. So you are able to get different scores based on your answers, through which you are able to get strategic insights for immediate impact, because then you are able to have all these areas assessed, analyzed, and provide a logical inference or logical reporting, so that you understand, okay, this is the area I'm lacking and this is the area I need to put my efforts in to upskill, reskill. The same goes for the team as well. The same goes for the organization level as well. So you can assess it, analyze it, draws logical inferences or logical reports through it for yourself, for your teams, as well as for your entire organization. So please utilize this tool. This is a very highly recommended tool. It is used by thousands of enterprises worldwide, and it is also available through Network Training Center as well as through DASA website. And then the other useful resource which I will talk about, since we are talking a lot from the DevOps fundamental perspective, is our glossary library. So what we did was we created a library of different words which are aligned with the digital transformation, or aligned with DevOps, or aligned with all the evolution which we have witnessed across transforming enterprises, and made it available through our website so that you can learn in a snippet. You do not have to undergo a heavy length of exercise to learn something about any specific word or any specific concept. We kind of conceptualize it into small snippet so that you are able to understand better about what this mean within that aspect or within that contextual way, in order to expand your knowledge areas. And then last but not the least, we have the upcoming DASA Connect 2024. It is our annual virtual event in which we bring in top industry leaders from every corner of the world, from every geography, every continent, which share their transformation stories from their teams, within their organization, within their own roles. So there are workshops, there are panel discussions, there are keynotes from all the renowned industry stalwarts and leaders from different enterprises, from Fortune 1000 companies, which are going to deliver different workshops and sessions as part of our DASA Connect 2024 virtual event. And I have included our link, and I have also provided this link to the Network Training Center team as well. So by using this link, you can register for this event, and then you are able to get a free all access pass to gain access to all the resources that will be available through this event. So it does not matter that if you are able to join the event live. Just by registering, you will be able to get the recording of the session, the access to all the content which will be part of the event at a later date as well. So you can watch it on demand, online, anytime later at your own convenience as well. And how you will be able to get it? Using the link which I have included below. So please utilize this. So this is our annual event, happens only once in a year, and in which we bring in all the DevOps evolution, the next level of DevOps evolution, the industry trends, what is upcoming, what's the future holds from the industry perspective, from the organization perspective for our audience. So with that, I would really like to thank you for your participation, and hopefully you are able to gain a lot of tangible inputs, knowledge and resources through this session.